The Ticker, where we give you your daily dose of what's happening now.
Now, as an avid cooker, baker, lover of the kitchen and stove area, oven, all of that, I thought what better story to tell today than what the average real estate agent can learn from Julia Child. I've read 2 of her books. I love the movie adaptation, Julie to Julia. I highly recommend it. But what we wanted to cover today are 3 basic concepts that she really lived out in her life that you can learn a lot from and really benefit from within your real estate business.
So Julia ended up in France with not knowing anybody, of course, and not knowing the language, which we all know can be a huge barrier to try and overcome. She went to school and she learned French. Some of you guys may say, well, how does that relate to me? And how it relates to you is making sure that you're investing in yourself. Maybe you live in a market where Spanish is on the verge of being the number 1 language. It may be still listed as number 2, but maybe it would be a good idea. And the thing is you have it so much easier than Julia. You can just order Rosetta Stone. It comes to your house. You can listen to it at night or while you're working out. Any of those types of things. The other thing is, when you invest yourself into something, you can really create bigger and better things for your business. Your market may be changing, and as your market changes, if foreclosures is a big deal in your area, take some foreclosure classes. Maybe that's something you haven't dealt with before. But if you invest in yourself, you can better your business.
Absolutely. The next thing that we want to talk about is the scene is 1949. She's in France. She's the wife of a diplomat. She's trying to figure out what to do with her time. And so she starts to do all these different hobbies. She tries to, become a hat maker and to do all these different kinds of things. And she eventually enrolls into the Cordon Bleu School of Culinary School. And it really goes to prove a point, especially even though she's not really that up in age, but during that time it was kind of considered that you're never too old to learn something new. And this is a fact that is really being driven home right now in this market with things like technology and all of those kinds of things. We hear it all the time within the real estate agent, community, with the average age of a real estate agent being around 55, that, dang, all this new technology stuff, I just don't get it. I just can't get into it. I didn't grow up with it.
The worst is when you hear, I don't want to get it. It's not my generation.
Absolutely. Guys, it's really important to understand that you're never too old to learn something new. And when you continue to invest in yourself and to get into these types of situations where you're able to learn something new, you really can apply new things to your business and really start to excel within this new market and this new industry.
Well, you can't invest in yourself and you can't learn something new if you're not willing to do hard work. So doing hard work is the 3rd tip that we brought from Julia. And basically what she did was she invested herself, she learned new things, but it didn't come easy. It required hard work. You can only imagine being very limited on the language and probably in a class with mainly men and mainly French people who had grown up in that culture, who had watched their mothers and their grandmothers cook like that, and her not having any of those basics, it being a completely different culture, it really required her to do hard work. This is really relevant to real estate agents. You have to set yourself aside. With technology growing the way it has, and the way it will continue to, you have to be careful, because otherwise people will just go to websites and then they'll just do the transaction.
You'll go the way of the travel agent.
Right.
I know a lot of real estate agents say that that's not possible. We do such more, we do so much more work. We're so much more important. But
prove it.
Prove it. Accept
Get out
the hard
there
work
and do the hard work.
Do it. We absolutely love this concept and we highly, highly recommend it. Anyway, guys, if this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe for free over on the side. If you want a really interesting kind of biopic delving into Julia, you can check out the movie Julia to Julia or Julia and Julia, something like that. I absolutely love the movie. Anyway, if you got any questions or comments, leave them in the section down below.
You can always check us out on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and even hang out with us on Google+. Bye, guys. You ready?
Boosh!
Mr. Thompson.
I'm ready to go.
That makes my ears ring.
You know what makes my ears ring?
Probably my voice, but you'll